All right, this one's going to be about extroverted sensing and some of the ways that the INTJs and INFJs can develop their inferior function, SE. And I just want to talk a little about the different ways that this function can be developed. And I think it comes down to two main aspects of it that need to be known, or that you can do to, and the more you do it, the more you develop this function. One, extroverted sensing is big without having physical presence. It's about sensory awareness with your environment, physical presence with your body, and there's also the aspects of like physical expression, physical movement, and physical action. And so, one part of extroverted sensing is the part of being aware of these different sensory this different sensory stimulus going on around you. So you got touch, you got smell, you got taste and sight and sound. And so like if you're like walking through the woods, let's say, or in a city, are you noticing like all these different sensory expressions going on around you, or are you somewhere off in your head? Or like if you're walking in the woods, are you noticing the sound of the ground, the sound of the leaves, the smell of the air, the the touch of your feet on the ground, and the sound of that? Are you noticing these different things? One of the things that when I was like developing my extroverted sensing more, and just being like present, more present with the moment, I like to. Well, what I would do is whatever I'm doing in the house, I would sort of put my attention to the movement that I'm doing in that instant. So, like if I'm reaching for a doorknob, I like put my attention into the sensation of the movement and the touch of the doorknob. My mental focus is going down into my body, into the moments I'm doing, and the movements I'm doing in that instant, and the sensations that are going on in that instant. Like if you're washing the dishes, you can notice all these sensations. Just focus in on, try to feel into your body and notice the different sensations instead of thinking about things in your head. Like with NI, a lot of times we're basically ghosting the present moment. We're not present with what's going on physically. So instead of ghosting, try to notice the different sensations going on and really put your mental attention into the what you're doing in that instant. Whether it's turning a doorknob, whether it's just noticing every step of your feet, all these things, these help develop this function, and it helps you be more present with yourself and your environment. If you really want to like maximize the your extroverted sensing development, then you can put yourself into life-threatening situations, or no, I'm just kidding about that, but in situations where the body feels like it needs to preserve itself and survive, then it automatically tunes into extroverted sensing. You get hyper attuned and hyper aware of all these little sensations and sensory details. Like I've been on this obstacle course that was, it was like it's an obstacle course. It was got like tight ropes and these narrow planks that you got to walk on, and nets and all. And it was like, but it's like it's not near the ground. It's like 80 feet in the air. So that's like a good example of something that can sort of simulate that life preserving instinct that gets you in tune to the SE. Because even though I'm harnessed, I still feel like okay, I'm paying attention to every step I'm doing, and I'm paying attention to every movement I'm making, hyper attuned to that, because I still feel like if I fall down, then if I make one misstep or one mistake, then I might fall down and die again. And but I'm still like harnessed, so that's a safe way to force yourself into an SE mode while also doing it in a secure way. So the combination of presence and activity is what's really gonna help you develop this function, and that'll help balance out the NI and SE. There are two opposite things of the spectrum. With NI, the NI is a really heady, and TI too is a really heady internal function. While with SE, it's the opposite. It's not SE is not future oriented or past oriented. It's right here in the present moment, and that's the way to activate SE. That's the way to be in tune with SE. It's being present in the moment, and it's doing activities in the present moment that work your different parts of your body and work the your awareness of the sensations, your attunement to the different sensations around you and that you're feeling with your body. So I hope this was useful and informative for those of you who want to develop your extroverted sensing and really make this function stronger, so you have more of a balance, and so you're a more balanced person, a more balanced personality. All right, so thanks again for watching, and later.